2 out of 3 so far, John. And as we mentioned, they kind of ripped the Sharks to shreds in the opening 50, 60 minutes of that game. Last week against the Lions, a different proposition. They were able to dig in to win that one, a much tighter game.
Yeah, and I think last year they probably would have lost that game. I wouldn't say it like, I think last year they lacked a bit of grit, call it what you want, but they were a young team characterised by switching in and out of games, lapses of concentration, but they look like a team now, like I said, that's enjoying. They know exactly how they're to be coached. They know exactly how they're trying to play the games. And it's a long season. A season's a grind. And they'll probably look back at that game as one which would be really important if they get to playoffs. It's one of those games where it could go either way, but good teams that are competitive at the end of the season, they win them.
And Danny Wilson had to be quite imaginative when it came to bolstering his squad. We all know how rugby clubs suffered during the pandemic and they had to cut their cloth accordingly, and Glasgow were no different. Instead of looking out to the transfer market and some big signings, he had to maybe dig into the academy and perhaps the Super Six sides. But we're seeing now it's bearing fruit. Some youngsters coming through who are perhaps a year further on than they would be in their development.
Yeah, I think like last year was hard. And Danny wouldn't have liked that. He's competitive, and the team wouldn't have liked that. But like you say, the byproduct of that is that you get guys like Rufus McLean, Ross Thompson, Rory Darge. These guys maybe wouldn't have had that opportunity, and now not only are they playing well, they're arguably some of the top performers in the team every week. So they've recruited nicely from out with. I think the fact that they don't have to play in the down weeks has probably helped. They can recruit quality rather than quantity, and they've got a nice blend of a team and a squad where they can afford to rotate a few guys in and out like we're seeing this week.